I wish I could.
You gonna try to lock me up?
And as those who've played this know that
I prefer
that
you
happens in
stay,
reverse
but I know you
later.
better. You going with her?
Yeah.
It's just, again, how revenge and anger can just drive a wedge through you and the people you love.
Yeah.
On foot?
Yeah.
I told the stable to let you out with your horse. Grab some ammo, too.
And you see, she's level-headed, right?
Thank you, Maria.
Not Dina. Maria is.
Just, do me a favor.
Let's see. She's not telling Ellie, go get revenge. She understands what it can do to someone. She's saying, go bring my husband back, please.
All right. Get going. You're losing light.
And I honestly think that is what Ellie meant to do in the first place. I think when she got there, like, her real goal was to get Tommy and come back. But as we'll see when she gets there, things cause that to change. I think that's also why Ellie in the end is able to break the cycle. The actor from Beyond Two Souls, is that no. Ellen Page is who does Beyond Two Souls. This is Ashley Johnson. Missed.
This hunter was on top of him.
She's not been in many TV shows since she got older, but she was in Blind Spot for a while, which is probably her most recent role. You could say arguably her most famous role is playing a character from Critical Role, the live D&D show that's here on Twitch and YouTube. They do kind of look similar, especially when you see her through Ellie here, right?
No, fully conscious, non-fungal person. 10? Wow. What happened? My mom.
Ashley Johnson was also in Growing Pains. She was a little girl in Growing Pains. One of my favorite movies she's been in. She was the little girl in Lionheart, which is a really old Jean-Claude Van Damme movie that's just awful enough to be amazing, right? And she was the little girl in that. I think that actually might have even been her first role.
They came after you guys once. Maybe these WLFs are connected to them. No, it didn't seem like the same group. Maybe those black market smugglers back in Boston? Dina, Joel crossed a lot of people. I don't see the point in guessing. Okay, at least until we find out more information.
But I do really hope they make another sequel to this. One that focuses on Ellie. Because I think Abby's story was told and done with, in my opinion.
Cars. Yeah, we're getting close.
But Ellie, I think, still has some story to tell. And I think Ellie is actually still able to possibly maybe give a cure.
Here we go. Guess I was wrong. Turns out you do know where you're going.
It would be interesting if basically Ellie finds out that they could do a cure for her, or they have doctors that could try to perform or create one.
Stay with Shimmer. Yeah.
And it ends up leading her back to Abby. It would be interesting maybe to have those two team up together.
Yes.
I think I've got all the collectibles in this zone, so I'm not going to be too worried about collecting them. but there are collectibles in other areas that I don't have all of. You know what do you hate when I see someone playing the game and making fun of it? I agree with you.
Well,
I agree with you, Meeple. I agree with you. I mean, people can objectively not like the story or the direction it goes into, but there is nothing to make fun of. There's a couple scenes, right, where obviously the characters have some plot armor to them.
Sure seems quiet.
But
yeah, think about how well we hide our lookouts.
I know.
But I don't think there's anything that deserves that. Will there be a last of... I think there has to be, right? As much as this game sold, I mean, it even holds the record for most awards for any individual game. And I would say what will probably drive a part 3 is when the series comes out on HBO.
Whoa, is that the QZ?
And if it does really well,
Watch the high spots.
I could see them feeling like they have to capitalize on that and just make a 3. But I hope that Neil doesn't just make a 3 for the hell of it and actually has a story for it.
These were soldiers from the QZ.
So this guy playing and was making voices for characters like he is supposed to be funny. But like, dude, choose another game. I 100% agree with you there. Do you think it would have sold less if people knew the story before buying? Well, a lot of people knew Joel's outcome before buying it. A lot. Like, that got leaked, and then like there were other things that got leaked. But like, not all of the script was leaked, and people thought Abby killed Ellie, which we know is not true.
Anything good in there?
Pretty picked over.
Yeah, I think this is a beautiful touch to the game, right? That there's nothing here, because it would be picked over, right? This area would be, and they actually have them talk about it. It's very clever, little authentic mechanic. Plenty of games to treat that way. This isn't one of them yet. No. I think most people wanted another Joel and Ellie story. No, Mist, I agree with you on that. I think most people wanted that. And I did too when I first played this. That's what I thought I was getting.
Dina, help me up here.
But
Okay.
I can, as I had mentioned before, if that's what you're wanting, right? You had that in the first one. I don't know if the second one would have been as good if it was just another Joel and Ellie adventure.
From the other side.
Sounds good.
I mean, that's my opinion on that, right? I just don't know what story they had left to tell with those two.
I'm good.
I'm just reading your line about the show, Meeple. So Meeple says, I'm afraid, to be honest, I don't want to be disappointed with the show. That's valid, right? Like, not every show is going to be great. And even some of them are kind of controversial. I've been watching The Wheel of Time. I love those books. I think the show's doing a pretty good job of it. But even in my inner circle of friends, it's not that popular. So I get it might be like, what are you thinking it's going to be? But what I am looking forward to with the show is because they're kind of going a different route, right? With Pablo Pascal doing it. You know, his Joel is going to be different than the Joel we know. Slightly different, right? Has to be. And they've even talked about they're going to be doing things in the show that wasn't in the game. So I'm hoping it's just different enough that I think it'll be a good read or a good watch. Zelda. Once your unit's taken the gate, open it up and coordinate with John's unit. We've got plans in the refugee area line ready. I don't want any Fedra survivors. As soon as you get control of the area, offer the refugees entry in exchange for loyalty to the WLF. May your survival be long. Isaac. Wheel of Time. I think there's only like 4 or 5 episodes, right? So far. It's great based on the book, yeah. There's still some, yeah, so, and I'm actually a late adopter to those books. I found them because of Sanderson. I'm a big fan of Sanderson. And he wrote the remaining books after the original author died. And so I am just now, like, not just now, but like within the last 4 or 5 years, got to read them. I've really enjoyed those, the shows. You think Nikolai Coster-Waldau would be a great Joel? You know, I think there would probably be a lot of people that would be good as Joel, right? Main gate.
Okay.
East gate, west gate. 0512. Let's try to remember that. Got a big operation coming up, and Isaac wants us to scavenge any remaining supplies from downtown. Take any gas from the courthouse garage, the dome, and take them to the safe houses in Saravina Base. Let's unlock this.
That's a generator.
Let's see if I'm still having the issue here with it. Yeah, I got it. I had to hit it before it even gets close to it. There is some lag with my controller to this. Maybe that's why I'm having trouble dodging. Okay. This is one secret I don't have. Dear Isaac, you shouldn't banish people to the ends of the fucking QZ for questioning your orders. I was just trying to help. I hope you see my good intentions, even if I didn't communicate them in the best way. I was trying to disrespect. Dear Isaac, I would really appreciate it if you would reconsider my assignment. I'm sorry I talked back. That wasn't professional. That's kind of funny. You're also used to way Elliot Page before the surgery course is Ellie. Literally. Yeah, so, you know, Meeple brings up a good point, Mist. The original Ellie, like the 14-year-old Ellie from The Last of Us 1, was kind of modeled after Ellen Page because the person who wrote it, Mary, I can't think of her name right now. It might be Mary. She wrote it with her in mind.
Oh, shit.
And if I'm not mistaken, there was like, if you watch like the E3 trailer of the game, she looked almost identical to Ellen Page. And then there was some controversy over that, and they kind of redid the way Ellie looked.
Hey, everything okay?
To make sure it didn't look
What
like
was
her.
that sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you can find Miss, that might be a good YouTube to look up. If you can find that, just to see what you'd think. If you think she looks similar now, we'll look then. Oh, it's up here, right? Yeah. Let's loot this place first. Gotta be things to loot, right? Yeah, and I was like, why does she have arrows? But because I'm playing New Game Plus, she has the bow. Oh, wow. I even have this gun. Yeah, that's great. That'll sure make this game a lot easier. Alright, what can I craft? Let's go ahead and do that. I guess I can't do anything else. Approved Molotovs. Yeah, why not? Oh, here we can look at journal entries. This is some of this is kind of cool. Oh no, that's not what I actually hit. I wanted to look at that. So if we go all the way to the back, so this is, if you recall, this is when when Ellie and Dina kissed. She got excited. She drew the pine tree. Then she found the giraffe in Eugene's room, right? And it says, Eugene in touch with your other fireflies. Did he hear about you and Joel? No, he would have said something. And then Joel's death happens, and as you can see, she has trouble drawing his eyes, which is something that people who struggle with like post-traumatic stress and other things, they have trouble seeing the eyes of people who have like passed on. It's really neat that they kind of put that in. I looked that up to learn that. I didn't know that until then. But here's what she says. My mouth tastes like iron. Wounds break open as she sings instead of screams. You were the soft twang of nylon, a smell of wood oil, fretful. Guitar strings with iron are brighter. She changes it to guitar strings with iron. Twang sound better. With iron sound brighter. They mistook your resonance and left me with dissonance. She replaces that with and left me with rust. All I have is our last conversation, looping like a chord progression, harmonies and blood. And that is a very important thing to this game. All she has left is her last conversation. WLF, is that the Washington Liberation Front? Who are they? Tommy said her name was Abby. All of the promises at sundown, I meant them like the rest. Alright, so here's some interesting things. She talks about their actual trip from Wyoming to here. In Idaho Falls, Dina caught 3 jackrabbits tonight. She has these traps her sisters taught her how to build. They're fucking effective. My appetite hasn't come back yet, trying to force food down. In Twin Falls, found a camp along the main highway. If it was Tommy's, he was probably only a day or so ahead of us, but we're getting close to Boise. Dina's pushing to go around. I don't want to add 2 days to this trip. These hunters tried to ambush us. Fuckers didn't stand a chance against us. We were scavenging for supplies, and I was looking at Dina. I felt a deep apprehension or appreciation for her coming along. I really love her. In Baker City, we saw a pack of wild horses today. They were skittish when Dina offered them some of the fruit we collected. They ended up following us for a bit. Wish I had a camera. I've never seen her smile so wide. For like a half a day, I wasn't thinking about the WLF or Joel. Feel guilty right about now. I'm struggling to sleep. Keep seeing him with his head. Dina seems to be sick. Think she caught a cold. I feel calmer with her lying next to me. I want to do something nice for her. Dina seems sick. Keep that in mind. Yeah, Kima found another camp along the highway. Can't be sure if it was Tommy's, but we haven't seen other people in 2 weeks, so fingers crossed. Trespassers killed on sight. How many of you are there? How many people have you killed? What is it? Wait, New Game Plus. You knew what was happening and you still smoked dope and got laid? I know, Scarecrow. Who is Ellie modeled after in The Last of Us? Yeah, Naughty Dog may have... I assume you're copy and pasting something, right? Naughty Dog may have originally placed Ellie on Ellen Page and subsequently changed her design around to resemble Ashley Johnson a little bit more. But it's still pretty dang close, yeah. In fact, I kind of think the new Ellie looks more like Ellen Page weirdly. Yeah, I kind of agree. But if you go back and look at teenage Ashley Johnson, you would see trying to find what's the gate checkpoint code. You would see they do look a little similar. 0512.
Yes.
Well done!
Shit.
Almost lost the course there, didn't they?
Hey, come on. Let's get out of here. That crash was pretty loud.
You think the crash was loud? You don't think opening the gate was loud enough?
Now what?
I found a note back there. Had some codes on it. It says there's a WLF safe house at some place called Saravina Base.
Saravina. So we find it?
Hopefully we find our first WLF. Get them to talk. Go from there.
Let's do it.
But one of the note, the husband and the wife is so hard to read, they agreed on shooting themselves. Yeah. I think I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I remember that one.
Oh shit, look. Saravina Hotel.
That's gotta be it. Okay. Let's find a way past this, fuck Fedra gate.
Very creative. Gets right to the point. Let's get closer and scope it out.
Let's try. What is this? The East 2 gate. Five, 3, 4, 5. Needs power. That's right. I have to go get gas,
Okay,
right?
here we go.
Let's go get some gas.
It's out of gas.
God damn it. Well, what do we do
Yeah.
now?
Oh shit.
This is the first time I've even played it on the
Didn't I
PS5.
mention that there's gas in
And the
courthouse
stuff they've put
garage
into the
and
control
the
kind of
dome?
feels so good.
Right? Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see.
You think Tommy came through here?
Bet he did. So, where are we?
Pretty sure we're here.
Ah, nice. I'll mark it up as we go.
Fedra Gate. Alright guys, should we just go right ahead to the music store?
I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
Well, they would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost
No, we
or
won't.
to rebels.
Because I'm going to stop a little
Seems
before
like
9.
overkill.
Well,
And I think I can do... Have you never seen the music store,
The
Dragonfire?
infected or the rebels?
both.
Alright. For you, Dragonfire.
Believe me. You're lucky you didn't grow up in a QZ.
I'm starting to
Because I
get
love you to death. You will love this scene.
What would have happened if I'd stayed? Hey, Valiant Music Shop.
Should we check for supplies? What were you saying before?
Anyway, I'd probably just become one more.
You've been in
asshole
music stores
soldier.
before you were born? Yeah, you're right.
I can't see you taking orders from anyone.
But you remember me telling you guys
I gotta
the
say,
song that
I
Joel
was expecting the
sang to
CIFC
Ellie,
to be a
the
lot
Pearl
more
Jam song?
occupied.
So it was actually released in November of the year that the outbreak happened,
How
right?
many WLF you think
So-
there were anyway?
Well,
They wouldn't have, like it wouldn't have been released before the outbreak.
fine. But we should stay alert.
And he
Stock
would have had to have
everything
found it like in a record store maybe after. That right there. This poster. See where it says coming soon? That's what that song is actually on.
The sleek habit.
But here's the part I want you to
Okay.
listen to,
it like
Dragonfire.
100 times together.
I think this is I think it's one of the best scenes in video game history. I just love this scene so much. It gets me in the feels every time. And I may get DMCA'd, I don't know. I'll have to download this. Make sure I just download it and put it to YouTube before they do anything. Okay, here you go.
What was that?
Nothing.
Well, nothing sure sounds nice.
Remember that night by the bonfire?
Yeah.
I know, people.